Welcome. I'm Father Kevin, and this is Alert to Good News. Here's a video reflection on the Bible readings for Sunday, November 8th. In the Gospel according to Matthew, Jesus tells a parable or story about us preparing to meet God in the mystery of death. The oil is our good works. The absence of oil, the lack of good works. And so seize every opportunity to do good now. Life is short. Don't let time run out. Be prepared is an everyday Christian motto. So are we ready to meet God today? And if not today, when? We know that there are many things we can do to delay death. We can exercise and eat the right foods. We can stop smoking and so on. But there's a basic truth. As the book of Ecclesiastes says, there's an appointed time for everything. A time to be born, a time to die. The good news is that as a people of faith, we know that God who gave us life will transform our earthly self in the mystery of death into a new, glorious heavenly self. The question is, what do we have to do today to be ready? Medical technology may be able to lengthen our years, but the underlying question is, will life still be worth living? Because increased lifespan is of little value unless it's a life of quality. A surgeon, Atul Gawande, wrote a bestseller titled Being Mortal. You may have read it, and if not, it's a worthwhile reading. It's a narrative about the care of the elderly and the dying. The doctor questions whether employing technologies at the expense of a quality of life is the right thing to do. The question becomes when to let go, when to stop treatments that likely don't work. Gawande asks, why submit the dying to a full panoply of procedures only to see them merely exist in institutions and lose their independence? After all, birth and death are both integral to life. God has created us for one purpose, to live in relationship with the triune God and one another forever. We've heard so often that quotation from St. Augustine that he wrote centuries ago in his Confessions. God, you have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. Yes, no matter who we are or what we do, that's our purpose. That's what makes life worth living. Many people try to find meaning in money, power, pleasure, and fame. But all these pursuits turn up empty-handed. For St. Paul, a life worth living is knowing Jesus Christ, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom. Paul's desire was for Christ to be magnified in his body, either by life or death. I love that phrase. Paul said, my desire is for Christ to be magnified in my body. And so too, we want Christ to be magnified in our bodies. Though Paul longed to be with Jesus Christ, he also wanted to stay alive because that meant fruitful labor for Christ. Paul seized every opportunity to spread the gospel, the good news. He was one of the greatest evangelizers of Christianity. And so too, we should be an evangelizer. We are called to be a missionary disciples of Jesus, to make our lives worth living, especially by courageously living the gospel. Yes, many times, through the whole cycle of human development, from adolescence to young adulthood, middle years, old age, the first question we have to ask ourselves is, what is the right thing to do? And then just do it. Then our lamps will be filled with the oil of good works, so that God will welcome us in the mystery of our own dying into his heavenly banquet forever. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you have a blessed day and always be alert to good news.